In a letter from Kepler to Galileo, Kepler is congratulating Galileo about his discovery of the 4 new moons of Jupiter that he saw through his telescope. They're now called the Galilean moons. So what Kepler was saying, this is wonderful, that no human being has ever seen these before. And then he goes on to say, and this just proves that there are living beings on Jupiter. And his argument was, we know that God made the night sky to excite our wonder. And yet, for all of human history, no human being ever saw those 4 moons of Jupiter. So why would God have made those? There must be beings on Jupiter for whom they look at their night sky and it excites their wonder. The name of the course is Cosmology and the History of Wonder. It's organized around a few great questions. One of those great questions is, what is science? And how does it differ from other human activities like religion, philosophy, or art? If you simply teach a survey class where you focus only on the science, but then you don't take any time to talk about what was also going on, that's all part of the story. I think especially if you have a student who's not going to be a scientist, but might be interested in music or art or history or literature, it helps them connect to the story. The 3 strands that I like to focus on are the atomists, who said all is atoms and void. What's called the Milesian School, which were a group of philosophers who began to propose what we would now characterize as naturalistic explanations. And then the third is Pythagoras. The Pythagoreans were a mystery cult who worship number. My goal is to help the students see, echoes of those earlier ideas, because of course everything we do builds on what came before us. The course is organized around great questions. And what that means is that you're invited to come in and struggle with them too. How was it that the Greeks, for example, measured the size of the Earth and the distance to the moon? How did they know that 2,500 years ago? And why was it forgotten? Everybody's wonder is excited by different things. So each student connects with their wonder in slightly different ways. And so one of my goals in the class is to try to make it inviting and exciting for anyone.